Solve the system of equations using the elimination method. The elimination method is also sometimes called the addition method. The first thing that we need to do is we need to line up the x columns, the y columns, and the answer column. So we'll leave the first equation as it is since x and y are already on one side, but we'll subtract 6y from both sides of the second equation to get minus 2x minus 6y is equal to 8. Then we'll choose to multiply one of these equations by a constant in order to get one of the variables to drop out. Let's try to get our x variables to drop out by multiplying the top equation by a positive 2. Since we have a negative 2 in the second equation, that would cause our x's to be eliminated. So we'll leave the second equation as it is, and we'll distribute the 2 into all of the terms on both sides of the first equation. And let's just bring that down here. That's going to give us 2x plus 6y is equal to negative 8. And since our second equation didn't change, let's now let these two be our system. Notice that when we combine like terms now, the 2x's are going to cancel out, minus 6y plus 6y cancel out, and all that remains on the left-hand side is 0. Also, on the right, we have 0. When we come up with a statement that is always true, no matter what we plug in for x and y, this is an indicator that what we have is a dependent system. And in a dependent system, there are going to be infinitely many solutions. But now let's discuss where those solutions are. A dependent system occurs when the two lines are coinciding or when they are the same line. To see this a little bit more explicitly, let's solve both of these equations for y. We'll start by subtracting x from both sides of the first equation. We'll get 3y is equal to negative x minus 4, and then when we divide both sides by 3, we have y is equal to negative 1/3 x minus 4/3. To solve for y in the second equation, let's subtract 8 from both sides. So we have 6y is equal to negative 2x minus 8, and then when we divide both sides by 6, we see that we have negative 2/6, which is negative 1/3 x, and then minus 8 over 6 is also minus 4/3. So now it's easier to see that yes, these two are indeed the same line. And we say that these two lines are coinciding. Now let's create a concept drawing here to illustrate this next bit. If we were to graph this line, we would start at the ordered pair 0, negative 4/3, and from there we would go up 1 and then left 2, 3 units to come up to another ordered pair, and then we do our best to connect these dots with the line. Now, there are infinitely many solutions, but all of the solutions must lie on the line. So all xy ordered pairs that are on this line are solutions to the system. But notice that the xy ordered pair, let's say 3, 2, is not a solution to the system because it's not on the line. So while there are infinitely many solutions, not every ordered pair will work. So how do we describe this solution set? Since there are infinitely many solutions, we're going to use set builder notation. So we open up this crooked bracket and say it's the set of all xy ordered pairs. This vertical bar means such that we're going to have some criteria that needs to be met, and then we'll close the set. The criteria that needs to be met is that the ordered pairs are on the line. So how do we say that in set builder notation? Any ordered pair that satisfies this equation is an ordered pair that's on the line. So that is our criteria. We'll say that y is going to be calculated by taking the x value, multiplying it by negative 1/3, and then subtracting 4/3 from that. But we do need to say one more thing, is that the x variable is going to roam free through the real numbers. And what this means is that we pick a value for x, and any real number will do. We'll run that x through this equation, and we end up with an ordered pair that's a point on the line. Pick some other real number value for x, run that x through this equation, and then we end up with another xy ordered pair that's a point on the line. So this is how we would say where all of those infinitely many ordered pairs that solve the system of equations are located.